Good evening. Welcome to another edition of the Hoel Report. I'm Jim Hoel, and I am your voice. Thank you and good evening. Tonight we're going to be discussing an article on Right Side News. It is a call to action to stand up, speak out, and change things. This article was written by Phil Crapidy. He is a longtime contributor to the Right Side News. We thank Phil Crapidy for putting this together for us. Top official Hillary Clinton's emails, many of which are classified information, were hacked by China. Next move better be by the FBI and DOJ, or after all of the other missteps, Comey, McCabe, Strzok, Page, or FISA, the dirty dossier, their credibility will be gone forever. And I do mean that sincerely. These men who have pretty much played around for the last 2.5 years, trying to sabotage the President of the United States, will have no credibility left whatsoever. Getting more into this story, D.C. sources within D.C. say that China hacked Hillary Clinton's private email server while it was installed in her, I guess, bathroom, wherever the hell it was, but her private email server. It is believed that a Chinese-owned company operating in the Washington area hacked Hillary Clinton's private server throughout her term as Secretary of State and obtained nearly all of her emails. Two sources briefed on the matter told the Daily Caller News. The Chinese firm obtained Clinton's emails in real time as she sent and received communications and documents through her personal server, according to sources who said the hacking was conducted as part of a Chinese intelligence operation. The Chinese wrote code that was embedded in the server, which was kept in Clinton's residence in upstate New York, Chappaqua. The code generated was an instant courtesy copy for nearly all of her emails that were forwarded to them in the Chinese company, according to sources. Clinton's server faced hacking from China, South Korea, Germany. There is another note here by Josh Kernstein and Rachel Blade in Politico, linked to that story. So apparently South Korea and Germany also took part in this. The intelligence community's Inspector General found that virtually all of Clinton's emails were sent to a foreign entity. Representative Louis Gohmert, Texas Republican, said that at a July 12th House committee on the judiciary hearing, he did not reveal the entity's identity, but said it was unrelated to Russia. Two officials within the ICIG, investigator Frank Rucker and attorney Janet McMillan, met repeatedly with FBI officials to warn them of Chinese intrusion. According to a former intelligence officer with expertise in cybersecurity issues, who was briefed on the matter, he spoke anonymously as he was not authorized to publicly address China's role in the Clinton server. However, among those FBI officials were Peter Strzok, who was the Bureau's top counterintelligence official. Strzok, who was fired this month following the discovery he sent anti-Trump texts to his mistress and co-worker Lisa Page. Strzok never acted on the information the ICIG provided him, according to Gohmert. Gohmert mentioned in the Judiciary Committee hearing that the ICIG officials told Strzok and these other top FBI officials that they found an anomaly on Clinton's server. The former intelligence officer the DCNF spoke with said the ICIG discovered the anomaly pretty early in 2015. So we're talking early on in the election process of the 2016 election. When the ICIG did a very deep dive, they found the actual metadata, the data at which the header and footer of all of her emails, that a courtesy copy rather, was being sent to a third party, and that a third party was a known Chinese public company that was involved in collecting intelligence for China. The former intelligence officers told the DCNF. The ICIG believed that there was some level of phishing, but once they got into the server, something was embedded. The Chinese are notorious for embedding little surprises like this. The intelligence officer declined to name the Chinese company. However, we do know the name of the company. There are indications that there are other cutouts that were involved. I would be in a lot of trouble if I gave you the name, he told the DCNF. The government staff official who's been briefed on the ICIG's findings told the DCNF that the Chinese state-owned firm linked to these hacking operations in Washington's Northern Virginia suburbs. The source was not authorized to publicly discuss the matter. The company that penetrated Clinton's server was not a technology firm, and it served as a front group for the Chinese government. The source told the DCNF. The Fairfax and Loudoun county governments told the DCNF that the 13 state-owned Chinese companies operate in the area. Of course, 3 were not technologically oriented. The Fairfax County Economic Development Authority communications manager Seth Livingston told the DCNF that all of the 9 firms operating in this county were there in 2009 when Clinton began her term as Secretary of State. Our Asian folks believe that all of the companies have been around and known to us since this time period, he said in an email. This is the most combed over subject in modern American political history. Clinton spokesman Nick Merrill told the DCNF. The FBI spent thousands of hours investigating and found no evidence of intrusion. That's a fact. This was said by Clinton spokesman Nick Merrill, by the way. However, in an age where there are facts and then there are alternative facts and the truth isn't the truth, it's no surprise that not like Daily Caller would try to distract us from the very real and very immediate threats to our democracy brought by the man occupying the White House, he continued. So, it's no secret that he continues to rage on for Madam Clinton for whatever reasons we don't know, but I guess he... Okay, so anyway, he went on and said all that. Okay, enough of him. Department of State Inspector General Stephen A. Link, then the ICIG by Charles McCullough III, scrutinized Clinton's server in 2015. McCullough told Congress in July 2015 that her emails contained classified material. So the United States Congress had known since... early 2015 that Hillary Clinton's emails contained classified material. That's what happened, folks. The ICIG was involved in the classification review of certain information drawn from her private email server. An agency spokeswoman of the DCNF declined to comment further. 2 IGs asked the Department of Justice to investigate whether the classified information was compromised. According to July 23, 2015, New York Times report based on an unnamed senior government official. The FBI issued a referral to the Justice Department in July of 2015. The Bureau warned, however, that classified information may have been disclosed to a foreign power or to one of its agents. The FBI HQ Counter-Espionage Section is opening a full investigation based on specific articulated facts provided by an 811 referral from the Inspector General of the intelligence community based on its information that is dated July 6, 2015, regarding the potential compromise of classified information. A July 10, 2015 FBI memo stated, an 811 referral informs the FBI of classified information that was potentially released to a foreign power or an agent of a foreign power. This investigation is also designed as a sensitive investigative matter due to a connection to a current public official, political appointee, or candidate, the memo stated. The then FBI Director Mark F. Giuliano sent a follow-up memo on July 21, 2015 to President Barack Obama's Attorney General Sally Yates about, I'm sorry, that should have been Deputy Director Mark F. Giuliano, sent a memo to Barack Obama's Deputy Attorney General Sally Yates about two conversations he had with her about the criminal referral. On the 13th of July and the 20th of July 2015, I verbally advised you of a Section 811C referral from the Inspector General of the Intelligence Community received by the FBI on the 6th of July 2015. The referral addressed the mishandling of classified information on a personal email account and electronic media of a former high-level U.S. government official, according to the FBI memo, which was hand-delivered to Yates. Justice Department spokesman Devin O'Malley declined to comment on this story. That was a big surprise. Former FBI Director James Comey acknowledged this in his recent book, A Higher Loyalty, Truth, Lies, and Leadership. He doesn't know anything about any of those. That the FBI was conducting a criminal investigation into Clinton's conduct, which in the beginning it was, and then in the end, we won't go there right now. But the London Center for Policy Research Vice President of Operations, retired Colonel Anthony Schaefer, told the DCNF that Clinton's server was vulnerable to hacking. There is evidence based on the complete lack of security hygiene on the server. 14-year-old hackers from Canada could have probably hacked into this. They left very little trace. Any sophisticated organization is going to be able to essentially get in and clean up their presence without anyone even knowing they were there. A former consultant to the U.S. Trade Representative, Claude Barfield, told the DCNF that the Chinese were in process of really gaining technological competence between 2009 and 2010 and began to take off in the early years of the Obama administration. Once again, the Obama administration was late and slow to a reaction, and once again, President Obama did nothing about this. And then they all complained because Hillary Clinton lost. Editor's note, the FBI released a statement saying that they had not found any evidence of an intrusion of Clinton's server. The statement, however, does not address a central aspect of the DCNF's reporting, which was that the ICIG briefed top bureau officials on 3 separate occasions to warn the FBI of an anomaly when they found 30,000 inbound and outbound emails. Former director of the FBI, James Comey, himself conceded in July of 2016, after their 4th of July meeting with the Clintons, that while the Bureau assessed the server could have been exploited, given the nature of the system and the actors potentially involved, we assessed that we would be unlikely to see such direct evidence. Which, Hillary Clinton's server was accessed by God knows how many people and God knows how many foreign governments. Let's be honest. And I'm sure Julian Assange has every bit of it. I mean, when you have a woman who is that arrogant, and I'm getting off topic, but I mean, this story just is outrageous, and it should make every American's blood boil, because what they're doing to the President of the United States, instead of investigating this, is un-American. and which is why I am investigating this. Now, James Comey went on to say, it is possible that hostile actors gained access to Secretary Clinton's personal email account. So even James Comey, the FBI director, admitted that, yeah, it's highly possible that they did, and I do believe that multiple of them did. According to two independent sources, the ICIG found such evidence and briefed the FBI on it 3 times. So there you go. So the FBI was briefed on 3 separate occasions that, Hillary Clinton's classified information was probably stolen or hacked or sold or released. After releasing the statement, the FBI refused to confirm nor deny that the DCNF had such briefings ever happened. So, in a related story that hopefully will link to this, the FBI refuses to confirm or deny the ICIG warned of Clinton server intrusion. So, of course, they're going to cover their own ass, but, the saddest part of all this is, these are the same people who are trying to lock up General Flynn, a patriot who devoted 33 years of his life to his country and who was falsely accused of lying to the FBI when the FBI has proven to be the biggest liars themselves. With this story and this nonsense and this crap, and you go and you do that to a decorated United States Army general. I mean, you people are out of your goddamn minds. And it's sickening, and it's un-American. If General Flynn gets accused of lying to the FBI when Jim Comey, it's been proven time and again that man is a no-good liar who will do nothing else but to just cover his own ass. He'll throw anybody under the bus. He'll lie about anybody. And he's seen it time and again when he reportedly said, who cares who paid for the dossier? Well, I'll tell you, the goddamn President of the United States cares who paid for a salacious and phony dossier against him, used as evidence against him to try to sabotage his presidency, get him impeached, and God knows what else. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are at a crossroads here of what in the world, what kind of crap that certain entities in our government are trying to pull. And these people are evil and it's mainly the media. The mainstream media has a hell of a lot to do with it. But, they're small potatoes compared to the criminal level that these people will rise to in order to protect their own investments. And I do mean that sincerely. I mean, this woman, Hillary Clinton, broke laws that if you or I broke, we would be spending time in Guantanamo Bay. We'd be hauled off to some CIA black site. We'd be doing time in Fort Leavenworth. If we sent and received classified information, and not only classified information, but apparently information that is compartmentalized, and if certain foreign entities got a hold of this, it could start a revolution in their country, and it could destabilize foreign governments, which, by the way, is scary in itself. But this is what Hillary Clinton did. She did something that if you or I did, we would be spending decades in prison, all charged with felonies. And we wouldn't have no 4th of July get-together with FBI Director Comey to say I don't remember 39 times and maybe have a few bottles of wine and, while the FBI director and Bill go out and smoke cigars and go boating and having a fun time on the 4th of July. But no, we wouldn't get that treatment. We wouldn't get the 4th of July treatment with the FBI director Comey. We would be sitting in a federal prison and all charged with felonies and with our assets seized. And we will be looking at our lives ruined had we done what Hillary Clinton did. And that's the moral of this story. And that's why people need to speak out. Connecting the dots, this goes into Strzok and Page, Tom Fitton to testify in the Clinton Foundation. We're going to put all this in there. So, it's all coming out. I mean, it's all out there. You just have to look at it and you have to decide. And you have to really make a decision on whether or not you're going to buy into the failed legacy media's narrative of somehow, some way, Donald Trump colluded with the Russian government to win the election and is some member of the KGB and Manchurian candidate who somehow loves his country, but he loves Russia more. It's a story that doesn't make any sense. It's BS. Okay, it's just BS. Or you could decide to watch us and, who may take a different approach to the news. However, I think, I'm not trying to brag, but, I think our sources, compared to some of the other ones that the mainstream media uses, are a little more accurate. And I think we do a heck of a job here at the Right Side News. So, with that being said, I thank you for joining us tonight. Like I said, please follow and like our page. We're doing work here that's real important, fighting for truth, justice, and the American way. So please join and like our page, share my videos, and most of all, God bless you all, and God bless America. Thank you.